goes away, then it goes away. Oh, there goes away, the island is gone. There goes away, then it goes away. Oh, there goes away, the island is gone.
How's it going, guys? I'm back with a small correction on my previous video. This is less of a, it's kind of a correction, but more an add-on to what my original video was. My Earth 2 video is doing pretty well. Like, in the long term, like 200 views is nothing, but to me, it means a lot. Thank you. I love this comment. That's about all I gotta say. Earth 2 has been doing good. My Earth 2 video is doing good, and I'm really proud of that. But a commenter, going back to the comments, was a bit unhappy with my video. Now, I ask you don't harass this person at all. They were just a bit unhappy with how I presented some of the information in the video. And I wanted to make this video because they did bring up some points and some things I actually missed. Overall, I think my initial video still stands. I think the game is still fundamentally flawed. The gameplay loop is completely broken. But there was an issue they mentioned, and that was specifically when it came to me mentioning ways you can make money on the game. That was the one part of the video I did the least research on. I was kind of more focused on other things. So I will admit fault in that. There are other ways to make money in Earth 2 that I did not mention in my first video. Those other ways are still broken and they're not going to work in the long term, but hey, I want to at least take accountability for that. I do want to go by this comment because they mentioned 3 things in this whole comment that I responded to. I responded in the comments, but I don't feel like it was good enough. I think I much better portray my responses over speaking and stuff. I get a bit nervous when I'm typing and stuff. It's just, I wanted to make this so I could reaffirm my response to that and some things I missed. Now, the first issue they mentioned in their comment was me calling Earth 2 a game. I said Earth 2 is fundamentally flawed, and the big aspect I brought up is its gameplay is fundamentally flawed. They said Earth 2 is a new metaverse experience. It's not a video game. It's not a game how I phrased it. Which is weird, because Earth 2 has mentioned that it is a game before. Shane has phrased it as a video game. He has compared it to other games, and I mentioned this in my video, like Terraria. The website phrases Earth 2 as a game sometimes, and somebody else who hopped in the comment replies made a video saying if Earth 2 was a game, and they said it was. And that was never an issue. I always thought it was a game, I just thought it was a bad game. I don't understand where that's coming from. And even if they're not trying to be a game, they're still a game. They're a video game. They're an online experience that you play. That is a game. Whether it's on Steam, Epic Games, or what their own browser, it's still a game in the terms of what a video game is. So, I don't know where that's coming from. It can be a game and a new metaverse experience. It can be both in one. It's still a game. But number 2, the second thing they brought up, and which was the main fault of my video, was the monetization of the game. Ways you can make money playing the game. Now, in my first video, I said the only way to make money is the tiles of land. They're the only things that hold value, and you make money by buying and trading them. And that is still true, but I missed something. That specifically being gems and essence. Now, at the time of making the video, I was aware of essence. I knew it was a thing people were collecting. When I was on the website doing some research, they have like a bar showing who buys tiles of land and who collects stuff, and there were people collecting essence. They had essence giveaways and essence multipliers on certain days, all that stuff. I was aware of it, but essence is supposed to be the cryptocurrency of Earth 2, or the soon-to-be cryptocurrency of Earth 2. And I'm going to get into why that still is flawed later, but that's why I initially didn't mention it, because it's supposed to be a cryptocurrency that doesn't currently exist. But the second thing that exists, it was mentioned, it's in posts, but I think just recently people were able to collect it, were jewels. I'm pretty sure just recently people were able to collect jewels off their tiles of land, because again, the bar that shows who collects jewels in essence, just recently I noticed people collecting jewels. I know they were mentioned in earlier blog posts and such, but I think just recently people were able to gather them. But jewels were another way they said people could make money, by selling them on a marketplace. Which, again, I'm going to get into why it's flawed. But last thing they mentioned, or it was the first thing in the thread, was land income tax and people being able to rent tiles of land. The land income tax. I didn't properly explain what the land income tax was during this recording session, so here's a little post-edit me trying to clear things up. So from what I could find, the land income tax is that when you buy land, and as the project gets more popular, land gets more expensive. And usually in the real world, people have to pay tax to the government. That's what land income tax is. But the concept in the game is instead of you having to pay tax to, like Shane or the devs, you get paid. So as more people buy tiles of land around you, you generate money. This doesn't work. It's just free money. It has to be coming out of Earth 2's pocket specifically, and that's not going to be profitable for them. They're not going to make a profit doing this. If people buy land and then you have to give people who already own land money because other people own land. It's a free money concept, and there's a saying, money doesn't grow on trees, because free money doesn't exist. The land income tax is just flawed. That makes no sense. There is no way people buying land is going to generate you money. And then lastly is the rent. They mentioned people can rent out tiles of lands from other players to build on, which is okay, that's a way you could make money, but why would anybody rent tiles of land? You can rent tiles of land to build on, but why would you do that when you could just buy a tile of land, generate resources on it, and, make money through jewels and essence? What is the point of renting tiles of land if all you can do is build? I'm going to assume, okay, you can collect items and resources while you're on that tile of land. But then again, why would you rent it to collect resources when you could just buy one? Maybe the tiles of land are too expensive so that you need to rent it. But if the tiles of land are really expensive, people who are renting out their tiles are probably also going to make it pretty pricey. But that is a way to make money, is you can rent tiles of land. And even if it is a viable thing, if renting tiles of land is cheaper than owning tiles of land, and while you are renting, you collect resources from it, that still makes tiles of land the only way to generate money. Sure, it's not selling and trading them to other players, you're renting it, but the tiles of land are still the valuable item in this scenario. Nextly, I want to mention essence. From what I could figure and what I've heard, essence is going to be the 2B cryptocurrency of Earth 2. They'll eventually launch a cryptocurrency, and whoever has the amount of essence in the game will get that level of cryptocurrency. That's what I'm piecing together. If you have 4 essence, you'll get 10 of the tokens or coins that Earth 2 makes. Which is, okay, good. That's the way you can make money. But the cryptocurrency is going to kind of suck. Because a cryptocurrency's value is based on how much money people put into it. If there's a new cryptocurrency and I spend $10 on one coin, the value of that cryptocurrency is now $10, because that is what I have bought it for. And that is why cryptocurrencies crash, is when people sell a lot of it, because then the value of that cryptocurrency goes down. The amount of money and value people have put into it, they've just pulled out. And essence, unless you can buy it individually, is going to have no value, because the only way you can collect it is from tiles of land. Then again, still making tiles of land the valuable item in that aspect, because you need the tiles of land to collect it. So I would assume that, okay, you can buy the cryptocurrency or buy tiles of land and collect the essence from there. Sure, so that gives the cryptocurrency some level of value. But then again, why would you just buy the cryptocurrency when you could buy the tile of land, generate cryptocurrency from it, generate resources, and have access to the game? Buying the cryptocurrency individually is then having no value. Also, what's the market cap for essence going to be? Because since the nature of gathering essence is it generates from tiles of land and they just throw it away like it's candy in giveaways, I would assume it's something like Dogecoin, where it has no market cap. So I also looked this up. Earth 2 is going to have a market cap. So kind of disregard what I said here about it having no market cap. I'm just gonna cut the whole bit out. I was a bit wrong here. And if you put a cap on it, well, then you kind of have a valuable cryptocurrency. But then again, the only way to buy it would to be buying it with your actual money. So why it generating on tiles of land is just confusing. This isn't usually how cryptocurrencies work, and it's just strange. It is, again, the tiles of land are the more valuable item here, since the tiles of land are what generate the cryptocurrency. Sure, I will take full fault and say there are more ways to make money on Earth 2. You can make money with the cryptocurrency. It's just the tiles of land are going to be more valuable, so people are really only going to be buying the tiles of land and not the currency itself. Lastly were the gems. They mentioned that you could also generate gems from tiles of land, which I have learned, which I have done some research and discovered you can do. You can generate these tiles of land, and according to the commenter, you can sell it on a marketplace. Which I noticed, alright, that is another way you can make money. But gems are also kind of flawed and pointless. From my research, I learned that gems you can use to upgrade buildings you build. You can use it to either speed up production, upgrade a building, or give you more inventory space for resources. Have you played Clash of Clans before? It's basically that, those gems, or any gem you get in a free mobile game that upgrade your resources. I'm just using that as a funny analogy. It's not actually like that. You don't buy the gems, you have to have a tile of land or buy it off the marketplace. And apparently, if you get enough of one type of gem, you can combine them to make a stronger type of gem. And then if you get enough of that, you can combine it to make another stronger type of gem. So, alright, gems have a purpose in the game. But again, they're kind of pointless. Because why would you buy gems off of a marketplace if you could just buy a tile of land and then generate gems from that? Oh, but you want to buy gems off of the marketplace so you can upgrade your buildings, Linkley. Sure, yeah, that's why you would, but you can only build on your tiles of land, which are generating gems. So again, why would you buy it? You need a tile of land to build buildings, and to upgrade those buildings you need gems, and tiles of land generate those gems, so why would you buy gems off of the marketplace? So sure, yes, you could make money by selling gems on this marketplace, but the only time you'll actually make money if someone's stupid enough to buy it for whatever reason. Maybe you need more gems, but you could just wait and collect them. Basically, Earth 2 is slowly turning into an idle game with the way you collect essence and gems. That is the issue. And maybe you might say, okay, Linkley, but the way it works is you take these gems and you sell it to the marketplace. The marketplace is run by the developers. So the developers buy the gems off of you and then sell it to the players when they want it. But that's not how Earth 2's marketplace is going to work. It's going to be peer-to-peer. Shane has said this specifically. He says he doesn't like how most modern games have it, where you sell to the game and then the game sells to players. No, he said he wants to have player-to-player interaction, where you sell something directly to the player. Which is strange, because that's not something new. Final Fantasy XIV has that. There is a trading system in almost all online multiplayer games that contain items. Valve has that. You put your items up on a market board and then the players buy that. You're not selling it to Valve, because that concept implies you lose the item and you gain money, and then Valve has it in their stockpile, or whatever Valve gaming company, Valve, Square Enix, whatever the gaming company. They buy it off of you, give you money, and then sell it to another player. But the way it works is you set it onto a marketplace, they display it, and then another player takes it. Maybe Shane says he doesn't want to have like a percentage cut, because like certain games like Valve will take a percentage cut from the money. Sure, but still, peer-to-peer trading is nothing new. But then again, I just want to reiterate, the other ways you can make money are there. I neglected to mention them in my first video, but they're still pointless. The only main way you can make money is through the tiles of land. Those are the most important aspect, because you needed the tiles of land to generate these resources. You needed to generate essence and jewels. And to use jewels, you need hollow buildings, which you need tiles of land for to build on. So yes, there are other ways to make money. They just are faulty. They have no purpose. Another thing they mentioned, I was looking at the comments, just making sure I had all my bases. They mentioned you can make money through giveaway events. Earth 2 will just be giving away money. okay, sure, that's another way you can make money, but it's a giveaway of just money or whatever in-game currency you can then turn into real money. Just coming from giveaways in general, that's not profitable for the business to just be giving away money. So I don't expect them to actually be following through with that, even though that's just more personal opinion than anything. They also mention you can advertise on your plots of land, which, okay, sure. What are you advertising, though? Because I don't think any advertisement companies are going to be like, hey, put like a NordVPN ad on your thing. But if, let's just say by the pure aspect this game comes out and common sponsors want to sponsor your tile of land, sure, that's a way to make money. But you're going to have to work for that. You're going to need more tiles of land. Show yourself that you are a profitable person on this game. Nobody's just going to advertise to you randomly. You need to show value. And a big part of that value is the amount of tiles of land you own. Another thing with their comment they pointed out is I said Earth 2 is going to have the same hills, same trees, same buildings as Earth. Because it is. It's supposed to be a one-to-one recreation of Earth. But in their comment they state that it's going to be a plain land for people to express their creativity on. But I thought it's supposed to be a one-to-one recreation of Earth. I thought like if Earth 2 comes out, I could go to my address and then be standing outside my house. Isn't that what a one-to-one recreation of Earth is supposed to be? And that leads to a little nitpick I've noticed. That in all the trailers where they're showing their technology, they never show, like, residential areas. Like, where there's buildings and stuff, where, like, cities are. Because I was always wondering what's going to happen to those areas of land. Because you can buy it on the website. You can buy tiles of land on cities and stuff on the website. But what's going to happen when the game comes out? Are the buildings going to be there? Are they going to be hollow buildings? Because the hollow buildings don't look like the buildings we currently have. Again, are you going to be able to demolish those buildings and build upon them? I don't know, this is just a question I've had that I haven't seen many people mention. And then lastly in their comment, they mentioned it was, and I quote, diabolical, that I joined the official Earth 2 Discord with an official channel for newcomers to ask questions about the project, and expected somebody working on the project to answer me. I didn't expect Shane himself to descend from the heavens and answer my question. No, I just expected somebody working on the team to be like, oh yeah, here's the information. It's an official Discord channel. If you're going to have an official forum, chat room, or board, and have a segment on it for people to ask questions about the project you're working on, I don't even expect a developer to answer me. I expect somebody on the team whose job it is specifically to answer these questions to answer me. Maybe that's just too much. Maybe I just expected a little too much from this company. But I just thought the official channel for newcomers would have an official representative answer me. And I have noticed recently some mods have actually been responding on the channel. I've been lurking a bit. Also, there's this guy named Butt. I'm sorry, don't go harass this person. I just thought it's funny. His name is Butt. And then this is going to go to the segment of the video where I wanted to talk about some aspects of the game I didn't exactly get to mention in my first video. And something that I've discovered. I'm currently on the Earth 2 Discord server. I'm looking at the newcomers section. And somebody mentioned how they want to start to get invested. They wanted to get into Earth 2 when they were asking how to do it. But, I'm sorry, it's just funny. I'm a child. But Butt responds along the lines saying to make sure whatever money you put into this project is disposable income, something you can throw away. And I will quote, "My only advice to folks is anything you put into Earth 2, consider as money you may never see again in your life. Because it is a startup project, they say. It might go kerflunk." What kind of advice is that? Why would I invest into a project and expect never to see my money again? I will say good on them. They're telling you to pay your bills first. They're saying, don't put money you need for bills and stuff into this project. They at least have the common decency to say that. But why would you say on your project, where a big aspect of it is a metaverse where you can generate money, why would they say, expect to never see your money again? What? On a marketing aspect, what is the point of that? And also, what? This thing could go I'm sorry, I'm just having a conniption at this. What? This is just strange to me. It's this mentality that it's copium. I've never used this word before, but it's just copium. They say expect it because it might just go under, and they're making the excuse because it is a startup. You're saying it could be a scam. Why? Last thing I wanted to mention, which was a big issue I had that I didn't mention in the first video, is Earth 2 is too big. It is going to be a 1-to-1 recreation of Earth. It is going to be as big as Earth. You will not be able to properly populate this game. The Earth 2 YouTube channel only has about 20,000 subscribers. If you had every one of those people playing, you'd have a fraction, like 1/100th or whatever. I don't know the exact calculations off the top of my head. You would barely be able to populate the whole game. If you even got all 7 billion people alive right now playing this game, there would still be major chunks of the game unpopulated. What are you going to do about the oceans? What about the Arctics? If you spread out all 7 billion people, it is still going to have sections of it that are unpopulated. The game is just too big. It is no amount of development skill will be able to properly populate this game to make it feel functioning and alive. But anyway, that's all I gotta say. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm totally not going to try to milk this. I don't want to fall into that. I just want to add a correction to my initial video. State some things that I initially missed. So if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe. I'm at 300 now. We're steadily growing. One day we'll eventually be able to overtake PewDiePie. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.